Morning, everybody. I'm Chuck Emmert with the City of Phoenix Communications Office, and we are at the A to Z equipment rental location at 4050 Indian School Road this morning to do a demonstration. It's very important in terms of public safety during the holiday season. So behind me over my shoulder here, you can see a small stage set up with a Christmas tree and some furniture. So this is going to be a demonstration of what could happen if your tree dries out and catches on fire during the holidays. So it's a very dramatic demonstration that is conducted by the Phoenix Fire Department. They have crews right behind me over here standing by, all their equipment ready to handle this type of a fire, but they're doing it to demonstrate what could happen in the situation that you have a tree catch on fire inside your home. So I'm going to show you around here where we're at. I'm going to wave back at a few people here. Thanks so much for joining us here. And we are going to flip the camera around and look over here at our Phoenix Fire truck that is on site over here like this, ready to go for this demonstration. Let's walk over here now and I'm going to show you the scene that we have. So this is the small stage that has been set up by Phoenix Fire for this demonstration. Again, we are in Phoenix, Arizona. 4050 East Indian School Road. Is a beautiful morning today. Very nice clouds in the sky. And we're at the A to Z equipment rental. And every year, A to Z helps us out with this demonstration where they have allowed us to use their lot here to make this dramatic point of how dangerous a dried up tree can be. So this is the stage right in here, and as you can see, the tree is one here. It's sort of set up on a little rig here, and you can tell by looking at this tree just how dry it is. I'm going to show you here, but these needles come right off of this tree like that. They're very dry, and with the ornaments on here and some of the fake gifts and things like that, maybe wrapping papers and things like that inside here, this situation can really get hot very quickly. So now the reason we are at A to Z equipment rentals today is because A to Z partners with the City of Phoenix, and they will recycle your Christmas tree. So if you have an old tree and you don't know what to do with it, don't throw it in the trash can. You can bring it to any A to Z equipment rental location throughout the valley, and they will recycle the tree. And so we're going to show you a little bit about that as well. So like I mentioned, we are over here with Phoenix Fire Department. They're standing by over here, and as you can see, they have their apparatus set up here, engine 12. There is a line run out here, hose line, and firemen are standing by over here in their full turnout gear, and they're ready to put out this fire once they start the demonstration, show what it's like. So, hello everybody, thanks so much for joining us. Again, it's a beautiful morning in Phoenix, Arizona today. Nice cloudy skies up there. Busy in the parking lot this morning, so I'm going to flip the camera around here right now, and I'm just going to greet some of our new viewers here. I'm Chuck Emmert with the City of Phoenix Communications Office, and we are at the A to Z equipment rental location at 4050 East Indian School Road right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And with me is Ricky from A to Z. Say hello to our Instagram followers here, Ricky.
Hello.
So, Ricky, tell me a little bit about A to Z Equipment Rentals. We were talking earlier, but the company really has quite a history here in Phoenix.
Yes, they've been around 65 years, and the owner, Fred Matricardi, started on Thomas out of his garage, and it just got so big, and now he has 4 locations in the valley.
Now, for people that have never been to an equipment rental facility, what type of business are you in?
Oh my gosh, we do everything from landscape equipment to construction equipment, and we even have a party department, so we got tables and chairs. Anything you need to host a party.
You got it right here. Okay. How many locations do you have around the valley?
4 valley locations, 1 in Avondale, 2 in Phoenix, North Phoenix, Central Phoenix, and 1 in Gilbert.
Okay. So tell our viewers why we're here today. It's a demonstration's done every year here at your location on East Indian School Road, but it is something that's pretty dramatic and you help out with as well.
Yes, exactly. We do the tree burn, and then the fire department does an awareness of how dangerous it is to leave your tree up when it's dead, and we take them here for free and recycle them.
Well, that's a very important point, because if you have a tree in your house, and it's December 26th, so chances are if you celebrated Christmas, you do, like the one behind me there, it's starting to dry out. But here at A to Z Equipment Rentals, you can get a free service where your tree is recycled. So describe to our viewers what the recycling is like.
So you just come in, drop it off. We either help you drop it off, or you can drop it off, and then we chip it, and it goes into a big dumpster, and that's mulch. So it's good for the landfills, it's good for material fill, it's good for other resources.
Well, that's a good point.
It keeps an eyesore off the streets and alleys,
and
safety from your house.
All well said. I mean, with a tree like that, environmentally, we don't want to throw them in the trash can. We don't want to throw them in a lake. We don't want to do anything like that. Our alleys here in Phoenix, important this time of year is to recycle these trees properly, and that's what you're doing here. So you have a chipper, you mentioned, that does that.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
We will be chipping after the demonstration of the burn.
Okay, great. So we'll take a look at that there.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, it sounds like the engine's starting up behind me here. I'm going to flip the camera back. Ricky, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, we're getting close now. Phoenix Fire's got engine 12 started up. They're pressurizing those tanks in there, getting everything ready to go. So they have water, and they have water pressure in order to put out this fire that they're going to set over here with this tree. So the firefighter getting ready over here, putting his turnout gear on. So all this gear here is protective equipment firefighters wear. And right now he is going to get ready to start this fire. So we're going to go in here. And I mentioned we've got an area here where we've got a tree, and now behind us here, firefighter is getting flares ready, and we have several members of the media here as well. Over there, Channel 12, Channel 10, Channel 3, the Valley Media here in Phoenix, Arizona. And our firefighter over here now is getting ready to provide the combustion for this fuel that's inside of this makeshift mock living room here. So he's just waiting for the go-ahead right now from crews here on site. Larry Suburbi with Phoenix Fire here. Well, we're going to watch this part happen here, watch the fire be set, and then we're going to get over on the other side in safe area, because this is going to go up. You'll be surprised how quickly this fire spreads, and that's a demonstration here. So you may have a tree at home like this. You may have this kind of situation where you have a tree and it's starting to dry out. Larry Suburbi from Phoenix Fire, he's going to give the go-ahead.
One of our media partners asked us to wait like 30 seconds.
So this demonstration is meant to be done live here with Many Valley TV station, and of course we're live here at the City of Phoenix on Instagram. Thanks everybody for joining us this morning. This is going to be a dramatic demonstration of what happens, and you can see the tree over here, the makeshift living room in this set. And we're at the A to Z Equipment Rentals, by the way, 4050 East Indian School Road. A to Z is offering to recycle these trees. When you're finished with your tree, you can bring it to any A to Z Equipment Rental location, and they will recycle the tree. And we're just waiting for the final go-ahead here. Well, I'm Chuck Emmer with the City of Phoenix Communications Office. As I mentioned, we're at 4050 East Indian School Road. It's A to Z Equipment Rentals. We've got media crews behind us here right now, and everyone is waiting for this moment here where Phoenix Fire will set the fuel on fire inside of this makeshift living room here to demonstrate exactly what happens when a tree, here he goes now. He's setting the fire there, and we're going to come around over on this side right now and get back into a safe location. I mentioned many members of the Valley Media. Look how quickly that's going up, folks. It's only been a couple seconds, and already we've got a pretty good blaze going there right now. As I mentioned, Phoenix Fire is standing by our 4050 East Indian School Road, but this is just how quick a fire can spread in your house with a dry Christmas tree. These trees provide an immense amount of fuel for a fire. That combined with furniture in your home, maybe some leftover decorations, wrapping papers, anything like that around the house, all of those things are really a fire hazard. So it goes quickly like this. Now standing by here is Phoenix Fire over on this side. They're going to let this burn for a little bit just to make a point, but they're also here ready to be on hand to put out this fire as well so it doesn't spread. Right now you can just see how dramatic this fire is. And it doesn't take very long either. We had maybe about 15 seconds before this was fully involved. A lot of people commenting here about fake trees and that kind of thing, and you're welcome, everybody that's giving the positive comments here. So Larry Suburbi from the Phoenix Fire Department here is with Valley Media. Now, one of the great things about this demonstration is the fact that you can find out about A to Z Equipment Rentals over here. That's their truck in the background. They will recycle trees for you, and we'll show you a little bit later on in the broadcast, but they have a chipper that will take a tree and recycle it for you. So they'll grind it up. Environmentally, that's a great thing to do. You can see that black smoke rising in the air there. Just how powerful of a fire is that? Safety first is right. So I can tell you that this fire right here is very warm. If I'm standing probably about 25 feet away from the fire right now, and I can feel the heat from this. I don't want to go much closer because it's hot. So you can just imagine if you have something like this in your home, where you have a situation where you have a fire like this, it'd be a very difficult thing to get out of the house and be safe and your family and that sort of thing. So we're already hearing some of the cracking from the wood from this fire, and it is one of those kind of situations that right now it's time to think about your tree and just make sure your family's safe and you don't have a situation like this happening. So I'm Chuck Emmer, by the way, with the City of Phoenix Communications Office. We are at the A to Z Equipment Rental location at 4050 East Indian School Road. They provide this service every year, a demonstration in their back lot, but then also they will allow you to bring any tree that you have, any holiday tree, for free to one of their locations. They have 4 locations around the valley. You can look them up online, find out where they're at. They will chip that tree. They'll put it into a machine, it'll grind it up, it becomes mulch, and environmentally it's a really good way to go as well. And it's just one of those kind of things that is a good public service and something to think about this time of year. So let's look at the camera around one more time. We can see many members of the Valley Media here that are filming this as well. But as you can see, this was a fire that was intentionally set here. So this is a demonstration, but it's really going. Now, Phoenix Fire's moving in. They're going to do their job to put that fire out. But that demonstration ran a good couple of minutes, and that tree was still burning. So you can imagine if that was inside your house, what that would be like. So that black smoke now has turned to white smoke. That means the fire's out. Good indication of that. But you get an idea over here just what kind of damage this does. So this is a little makeshift set over here. And as you can see, the whole back of it has burned out from that fire. The smoke coming this direction now really can become toxic too. In many fires, it's not just the fire and the heat, but it's the smoke. It's that toxic smoke from all the items in your house that's burning that have chemicals in them. The carpet, furniture, things like that, the paint in the wall, anything of that nature. Those kind of things can really create a situation where it's difficult to breathe and it's difficult for you to get out of the house alive. So this demonstration has been put on by the A to Z Equipment Rental location of 4050 East Indian School Road. And as you can see, this has really been a fire here that would be a tough thing to control inside a home. So this is meant just to demonstrate the fact that if you have holiday Christmas trees, things like that around decoration in your house right now, a lot of those decorations, and not only the trees, but the little things like elf on a shelf, stuffed animals, things like that, that can be very flammable. And if it catches on fire because there's lights near it, or maybe there's some other fire source, things like that, that can really become a problem in a home like that. So thanks everybody for the positive comments here. We're about done with the demonstration here. However, I want to show you one other thing in the back over here. I'm going to walk this way a little bit, but A to Z Equipment Rentals will also mulch for you. So going back this way here now, it's a busy lot here. You can see there's a lot of equipment back here that is being delivered and coming back. I'm going to go around the side over here. So if you are watching this, by the way, and you're outside of the Phoenix area, and you're wondering about how do you recycle a tree in your city or your neighborhood, well, my best advice is to go online and just search out Christmas tree recycling. There are many places all over the country that will do this service for free, just like A to Z Equipment Rentals is doing here in Phoenix, Arizona. So they have over here an area where they've got some dried trees and things like that, probably trees that didn't sell this year, and they've just been sent here, and they've got a machine over here on the side, and this is a tree chipper over here, and this is a very interesting piece of equipment, very powerful piece of equipment right here. But when it's operating, they can literally put those trees inside of that conveyor belt right there. There's some grinders inside this, and then it will chip the trees. It will come out up there out of that chute and go into this area back here. And then that chipped organic material can become fertilizer. It can become mulch for gardens, things like that. So it's good for our environment. It's a lot better than just throwing your tree away in a trash can or some other spot like that, an alley or whatever like that. It's always good if you have a live tree to do the right thing and recycle that tree. So that is the best practice right there in terms of having a holiday tree. So thanks everybody. Jacob, thanks for that comment. I appreciate that. Okay, crews are now coming back over to this location. You can see a lot of the members of the Phoenix area media here to help spread this message. And again, we're at A to Z Equipment Rental. We're at 4050 East Indian School Road. They have 4 locations around the valley. But if you are outside of Phoenix and you're wondering what to do with your tree, you can always just look online, look up tree recycling, and get an idea of a place where you can take your tree. And many places around offer this service for free. So We just happen to be at 4050 East Indian School Road at A to Z Equipment Rentals. They have 4 locations around Phoenix, but go ahead and look out in your area where that might be an option as well. So going back in this area right now, some of the crews are setting up over here for the demonstration of the mulcher. So I think we're going to have that happen pretty soon. I'm going to flip the camera around here again, and Phoenix Fire is wrapping things up over there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see their truck, and that you can see the scene over there where that demonstration took place. So it's just an empty shell right now, but boy, moments ago that was a blaze and it was a hot fire. And those are the kind of things that we want to avoid for everybody here in the holiday season, is to avoid that type of hot fire like that can cause so much damage in a home. But at any rate, it is a great day in Phoenix, Arizona. Look at our sky today. We've got clouds in the sky. It's probably about 55 degrees, I'd estimate right now. Estimate about 55 degrees. So we've got a beautiful day after Christmas, cool weather, some clouds in the sky, broken temps like that. Now you can kind of tell with a lot of these trees over here just what the problem might be. So you may have a tree in your house like these over here, and you can see, as you get your hand in here, you can just feel it. You can feel those starting to break off like that, those bristles. This is a very dry tree. And again, these trees, they have been cut probably many weeks ago, and if they haven't been in water, they are going to dry out very quickly. And even if you have watered your tree at your house, chances are by now it's really not going to drink up too much more water. Towards the end of its lifespan, it's just going to dry out, and that's really all I can do at that point right now. So I'm going to flip around here. You're welcome, Angie83K. Appreciate that comment. Members of the Valley News Media over here, getting ready for this demonstration. So already here at Z Equipment Rentals, you can see there's a number of trees like this that have been dropped off. Sometimes Valley, here in the Phoenix area, that the Christmas tree lots, things like that, will have some trees they didn't sell. These are probably some of those trees right now, and they are doing the environmentally responsible thing of recycling these trees rather than just throwing them away. So we don't want them to end up in our landfill. We don't want them to end up on our streets or our alleys, things of that nature. We want to make sure that these trees are recycled properly, and that they can become a mulch and things like that, turn back to the environment. So it's really a good way to go. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm just doing it live. Yeah, I might grab it. Okay. No, you want to do a little quickie here?
Yeah.
We'll do a quick one. To flip the camera around here, folks. Again, I'm Chuck Emmer with the City of Phoenix Communications Office. I'm here with Larry Suburgi from the Phoenix Fire Department. Larry,
how you doing?
I'm doing very well. And tell me, Larry, I know we're at the at that point of the holiday season right now where we have some trees that may have dried out. We just did the demonstration. Any final thoughts for people before we have the chipper demonstration over here?
Yeah, for us it's important. We don't want to ruin anybody's holiday traditions, but what's important to know, Chuck, is that this time of year, as important as our traditions are, what's even more important are the people and the possessions we have inside our house. We don't want to see those things go up in flames. So as those needles are falling off the tree and they're drying out, it's really time to recycle those, especially if you have traditional lights on them. LED lights are a little bit safer, but most of the tree fires we see is actually from the wiring as they get frayed. Summertime or the wintertime comes in, we put those things away, and then in the summer those lights get exposed to all that heat in the garages a lot of times. So that's where those wires start to become exposed, and it doesn't really kind of show its face until this time of year when those wires heat up those dried out trees.
Well, that's good advice there. People don't think about that electrical wiring can deteriorate over time and cause a problem like that. Well, it sounds like they're firing up the chipper over here.
Yeah,
so
let's get that thing going.
So we're going to take a look at this demo as part of the demonstration. Larry, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yep, have a Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. Thanks for being here.
So as I mentioned, this is the piece of equipment here that really does the work. So if you bring in a tree, you have a tree, and you bring it into any A to Z equipment rental locations, you can take advantage of this free service. Well, they will take your tree and they'll put it into this chipper here and grind it up and create mulch, fertilizer, and some other things out of the way of it there, so that will help you number one, get that tree out of your house, and number two, it's good for the environment as well. So this is a professional piece of equipment right here. The operator's making sure everything is squared away on it before they actually start the demonstration. So. Got that belt working? All right. Here we go. Grabbing a few trees, getting them ready. You can kind of take a look at that there. Like he's got to make a couple adjustments here with the chipper, but there it goes. Here, I hope you can hear me, how effective this chipper is. And again, we are at the A to Z equipment rental location of 4050 Indian School, and they are providing a free service this year, and every year, really, for the past decades, that they will recycle your Christmas tree if you bring it to their locations for free. So rather than have a fire in your house, it's a good idea, bring it in here. They've got the equipment, the heavy-duty equipment like this, that really does the job. So this is the kind of thing that we want to think about this time of year as you're wrapping things up, getting ready for that new year. Let's start it off right and make sure we're safe and everything is good for your family and everyone in your household as well. So a free service, A to Z equipment rentals. You can bring your old holiday decorations, your old Christmas trees, have them recycled here for free. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. That concludes our broadcast for today. We'll see you next time live on Instagram. So long.